Surging gas prices has San Diegans rethinking how they get around. There's a new tool to see if public transportation is a worthy option for you. We put it to the test. Plus, a local mountain community still searching for answers as a several weeks long outage continues there. And viewers want to know what's going on with this old Denny's restaurant. We started digging around. The answer may surprise you. Hello, thank you so much for joining us here. I'm Neda Iranpour. Here at CBS 8, we are working for you. We're listening to your concerns, investigating your questions, and we want to find solutions that matter in our community. So let's start with rising gas prices, something that affects so many of us. Right now, the daily commute for San Diegans getting more and more expensive. You've seen the numbers, right? MTS recently rolled out a new cost calculator to get more people to consider public transportation. We wanted to see if taking the bus really saves you money or time. News 8's Jenny Day working for you on this. She took the trolley and the bus for her daily commute to see if using mass transit is really a better option.
If you go to Old Town, you can take Route 8. It will take you right into Mission Beach.
Time now 12:03, hopping on the green line.
You can calculate it by entering just a few numbers, like the miles you travel, the price of gas, and the number of days that you commute, and it gives you, an estimate of how much you could be saving.
My typical commute to work is 15 miles. Should take about 25 minutes, but often takes closer to an hour. The MTS planner takes me on one trolley and 2 bus stops, and that's an estimated hour and 15 minutes. Round trip, though, only $5. Gas Buddy says that commute in a car could cost closer to $6.50 round trip. MTS says something like East Lake to La Jolla could be even closer to $40 a day if you count the cost of parking as well. Public transit potentially saving you more than $1,000 a year.
Because some of our trolleys, they don't deal with that, and some of our buses have dedicated lanes that just bypass the traffic altogether.
All right, La Mesa to Fashion Valley, now a quick 2-minute walk to the bus stop. Make that more of a run, actually, because we saw our line, but the MTS planner on their website or app was really helpful.
It tells you, which route to take, the one that will get you there the fastest.
With 4 main trolley lines and 800 buses, there are about 81 million passenger rides a year all across San Diego County. $2.50 each way, unlimited rides for $72 a month, and it's totally free for those 18 and under. The 8,000 parking spots at all the transit centers are also free to leave your car.
It's keeping the air healthier for our residents and really, improving the quality of life. We really heard from passengers that safety was their top priority, so we made it our top priority.
All right, this is our second and final bus transfer, then we'll be at work. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Take care. All right, the time now is 1:10. And we've made it to work. So 1 hour and 7 minutes to get from La Mesa to Kearny Mesa. Certainly a lot of different factors, but it could save me about $10 a week. Everything was well marked. You could save money, save the environment, and get some stuff done while on board. Jenny Day, News 8.
We are continuing to work for you in Shelter Valley near Julian, checking back in on AT&T's outage that has been impacting this community for weeks now. We first reported the issue about 2 weeks ago. Many are still waiting for reliable service to come back online. News 8's Brian White working to get some answers.
Yeah, many here in Shelter Valley are still waiting for service to return more than a month after this outage began, raising concerns about safety, while many in this rural community feel cut off. Out here in Shelter Valley, the outage is still not over. Even with an emergency transmitter now set up near a damaged tower, some say phone and internet service is still unreliable or non-existent.
It's been, really just frustrating not having internet over a month now. And again, no date in sight where I know we'll have service again.
The outages stem from storm damage in February, AT&T blaming high winds for knocking out key infrastructure, severely damaging 2 towers that act as critical relays.
It's terrible because, we have constant fires out here, there's earthquakes, there's like old people that have, whatever medical issues that can come up, and we're hours away from nearest hospitals.
I checked in with businesses in Julian that were also feeling the impact for weeks. Now, many along Main Street are just getting reconnected.
We depend on the AT&T, that's what we use just to process all these credit card processing. Also, on my ATM machine as well, it needs and also our security cameras, they're all running through the Wi-Fi of the AT&Ts.
While service is improving in town, questions remain about how long rural customers will have to wait. I reached out to AT&T. They say they're still working on repairs and hope to complete them this week, but that's the same thing they told me 10 days ago.
There's no reason people should have to be without basic telephone, internet service for 4 weeks.
I spoke to Mark Toney with the Utility Reform Network. His nonprofit is pushing the California Public Utilities Commission for stricter repair timelines and penalties for companies like AT&T in situations like this.
This is a public safety issue. If there's a natural disaster, people need a way to get in touch.
The CPUC is currently accepting public comment as it considers new rules. To weigh in and share your experience, head to CBS8.com and you'll find the link there. Working for you in Shelter Valley, I'm Brian White, News 8.
You can see why that'd be tough for them to deal without it. Shuttered Denny's in Grantville. Take a look at this as neighbors wondering what is moving in next. News 8's Abby Black working for you. She did the digging, and the answer may surprise you.
When you drive by the old Denny's on Friars Road in Grantville and you see it all fenced off, you might wonder, well, what restaurant is going in next? Working for you, I learned that it may not be a new eatery. Driving by last week, I noticed this shuttered business and wanted to know what's going on.
I was trying to remember what that was.
So I did the digging. I pulled up the address on Google Maps, 10430 Friars Road, and found it had been a Denny's. Locals tell me it closed 6 to 8 months ago.
Before it was a Denny's, it was a Coco's years ago.
You can still see graffiti, and some of it's painted over on the walls. Now it's fenced and landscaped.
Well, the fence is new, because I think we were here a couple weeks ago and it wasn't up like this at all.
I searched City of San Diego permit applications. It's public record and found filings starting in October. The building permit spells it out. Change of use from restaurant to a bank. Demo, fit out, storefront modifications.
Oh, lame. That's exactly what we need is another bank.
Grading and right-of-way permits were filed this week.
You know what branch?
That's a good question. I called the property owner, Ferrari Family Land and Trust, several times. Someone associated with the owner confirms it's going to be a Chase Bank. But you see, there's already a Chase a half a mile away on Mission Gorge Road and another bank and an ATM right across the street.
We need more like regular shops and mom and pop deals. That's what I miss in San Diego.
As for timing, a rep says once permits clear and renovations wrap, they hope to open soon. Chase was not available for comment.
Doesn't it make sense to be a restaurant? It already has a kitchen in place and all the other things to take all those out just to put in a vault.
But it is growing on them.
I mean, I suppose as long as it's not getting graffitied.
Working for you in Grantville, Abby Black, News 8.
Another bank in that spot. Okay, still ahead here, scammers targeting San Diegans by using SDG&E as cover. How to protect yourself even when something looks legitimate. Plus, later on, people are living longer, but where you live in our county may affect that number by years. We're going to break down those numbers. Welcome back here. Right now, we are tracking a scam that's gaining momentum throughout San Diego. Fake SDG&E workers are targeting people across the county, including real estate agents. News 8's Jenny Day, working for you, went straight to the source to find out what SDG&E will never ask its customers.
Yeah, really pay attention to those red flags like urgency, someone demanding immediate payment or your electricity will be shut off today. That just happened to a San Diego homeowner who paid $500 and later learned it was a scam.
The scam's designed to steal your money look incredibly realistic, often using an official logo, correct address, real reference number, and scare tactics. Again, pay now or you'll be left in the dark. So we urge you, be skeptical of the emails, calls, and texts you receive.
San Diego Gas and Electric is never going to call and demand payment over the phone. 99% of the time when you pay your utility bill, all utility bills, you are not transacting with a human being. And that's a security feature. That's a protection to make sure that you don't get caught up in a scam.
Working for you, we obtained this fake notice. It says this is a San Diego Gas and Electric field technician, and your property is scheduled for power disconnection today. To prevent any inconvenience, contact this number. Well, that number goes directly to the scammer, so never call the number or click on the link they provide, even if it appears legitimate. Only go directly to the official website or the number listed on your bill. SDG&E also will never take payments through Bitcoin or Zelle.
San Diego Gas and Electric cares about our customer, and that's why we're interacting with yourself so that you can bring awareness to this particular scam.
Again, real estate agents in particular are the latest target. Their names and numbers are out there, and the bad guys are monitoring their open houses. So SDG&E tells me they are working with the San Diego Association of Realtors to make them aware. Another red flag in this case, the real estate agent got the text about the account issue, but the bill was in the homeowner's name.
It's okay to be suspect. It's okay to say, hey, hold on, I'm going to call you right back from a known number. I would like all people listening to your story to go talk to their mom and dad.
So as these fraudsters continue to impersonate utility representatives, applying pressure on you to make quick decisions, remain vigilant. Working for you, Jenny Day, News 8.
Good to know. So hopefully you do not become the next victim. The city of San Diego, have you seen these? Just started delivering new light blue recycling bins. This is to replace the old darker blue ones. The city says the rollout is based on trash routes, not neighborhoods. So some homes may get theirs before others, even if they're nearby. Officials say more than 225,000 San Diegans will get the new lighter blue bins in a process expected to take several months. City leaders say the updated bins are more durable. They include new labels and scannable tags to help track collection efficiency.
To get data on how quickly we're picking up cans, where we're picking them up. So it's really about getting data. It's not tracking contents. It's not tracking what's in the can.
Okay, that's why the scans are there. The rollout comes after controversy over new trash fees, but the city says the upgrades will improve service long term. Cars flying through an intersection where kids walk to school. Up next, the push to make a North County community safer. Welcome back. Speeding cars, a dangerous intersection, and parents who have had enough. News 8's Vanessa Paz breaking down what's happening in Encinitas and what the city is now doing about it.
It's a busy intersection near Parkdale Lane Elementary where parents say close calls are part of the daily routine.
While we were sitting out here waiting, we could see cars running the stop signs so they don't stop all the way and kind of roll through.
Rihanna Glore is a founding member of Safe Streets Encinitas, a group that was formed after a tragedy that shook this community.
I became part of the group after my son's best friend Emery was killed on El Camino Real in April of last year.
The 12-year-old was hit and killed at a crosswalk just up the road last spring, but a loss this community says is still felt every day.
We still talk about her almost every day. We still cry a lot. It's been hard, definitely. We all really miss her a lot.
Now, parents say they're seeing the same dangerous behavior at this intersection of Village Parkway and Parkdale Lane.
In the mornings, especially when we have the traffic, the crossing guards, cars won't stop for them, and they will just kind of keep rolling, and the traffic guards are trying to get them to stop.
Eric Oates has 2 young kids and says it's not safe enough for them to cross alone.
I would say the biggest problem is people just quick roll through. They don't want to come to a full stop. I mean, you're 35 miles an hour, but you're coming downhill here.
He also wants to see immediate change, like expanding the school zone to cover this intersection.
I couldn't believe just recently finding out the school zone literally stops 50 feet from here. I mean, it seems like with a swipe of a pen, you could extend it to here and make this a designated safe route.
The group is pushing for other quick fixes like raised crosswalks and speed humps. And after months of advocacy at city council meetings,
they voted unanimously to study it. We're grateful. You know, this work is purely just for our kids.
But for many parents, change can't come fast enough. Both Oates and Glore said while infrastructure matters, personal responsibility does too.
If everyone was just even a little bit more accountable to themselves, to the community, you know, we could make a big difference just there.
Yeah, you see all these cars rolling through, not making that complete stop. The city has not announced a timeline for any potential changes, but parents say they will keep pushing until this intersection is safe for every child who crosses it. Coming up, a spring cleaning for your finances, how to save money even when times are tight. Where you live could have a big impact on how long you live. A new study shows people across San Diego County are living longer, but the specific area you live in may affect that number by years. The county says life expectancy for a baby born between 2024 is now about 8.5 years. 81.5 years, a lot different, up from 77 years back in 1990. But when you break it down by location, some San Diegans are expected to live more than 8 years longer than others. Residents in Coronado, for example, have the highest life expectancy, more than 87 years there, while Lemon Grove ranks lowest at under 79. One Coronado resident says the area's active lifestyle may help explain the gap.
My friends, we talk about being out and about and doing things. So I think that goes with it. We've got the beach, we've got the bay, so there's just a lot to do. And you want to be out doing it.
For a look at the entire study and to check out the average life expectancy in your area, go to our website, cbs8.com. You'll see the online version, the link to this story to find out more. This may make you think twice on your next trip to the grocery store. The Environmental Working Group released its new Dirty Dozen list. That's the annual ranking of produce with the highest levels of pesticide residue. The report found nearly 100% of samples tested positive for pesticides. And for the first time, more than 60% contained chemicals linked to those so-called forever chemicals, the PFAS. Spinach tops the list this year. Grapes, strawberries, nectarines, peaches, cherries, apples, blackberries, pears, potatoes, and blueberries also all made the list of that Dirty Dozen. We eat all of those things. Okay, the U.S. Postal Service set to add a first ever fuel surcharge on packages. The agency says it'll be a temporary 8% price increase, but it will only apply to packages, not letter mail. People will start seeing the fee as of April 26th. It's due to surging fuel prices since the U.S.-Israel war with Iran began. Other carriers like UPS and FedEx have automatic surcharges that kick in when fuel prices go above certain thresholds. Many people are finding it difficult to find a job right now. Nearly 2 million Americans have been unemployed for more than 6 months. If you're searching for a job, career experts say work on building your AI literacy skills because that's one of the top things employers are looking for right now. They're also wanting leadership and communication skills.
Companies are trying to navigate new technologies. They need people who can really show other people how to learn the technology and also explain and give context to people.
She is a LinkedIn career expert. Catherine Fisher is her name. Also says it's a myth that if you just do the work, your achievements will be recognized. Instead, she says, make your impact known by highlighting your wins regularly. Also, don't wait for your annual review to prove your worth. We are working for your wallet, helping you spring clean those finances. With costs up and debt rising, money stress is hitting most families. News 8's Jenny Day shows us how to declutter your spending and reset your habits.
Spring forward and reset. Cut expenses, consolidate debt, build savings.
Just like clutter in your home creates stress, clutter in your finances does too.
One of the things is just starting, right? And having an action plan.
Our experts say we're paying the most for housing, transportation, and food. So think, can I rent a room? Combine errands to reduce gas or consider taking public transportation even once in a while. For food, make more meals at home. Use coupons. They can save you $5 to $20 per trip, and plan out grocery lists to avoid impulse purchases.
And you can't control rising prices, but what you can influence is your response and how you support yourself.
As for the small stuff that adds up, make coffee at home, paint your own nails, and cancel those unused subscriptions. Americans average 6 to 8 forgotten accounts. And know that investing can also start small.
It takes a small amount of capital to start. And like you said, maybe it is that one less Starbucks that you go to on a monthly basis and you put $20 into an investment strategy for long-term growth.
You can also set up savings accounts through your bank, commit to automatically putting even a small portion of your paycheck aside, or signing up to have every purchase round up to the nearest dollar, allowing that extra change to grow into a pot of money without you really even noticing.
If you're alternatively completely overwhelmed by it and are making minimums and can't seem to get your head above water, start looking for a professional to help.
Another tip, be polite and ask for a better deal. Everything from your credit card interest rate, car insurance, and cable bill. Shop around at least once a year for a new promotion.
There's definitely worries and concerns, but if you have a good plan in place with the right heart and objectives, it's going to be all okay.
Good advice right there. That is going to do it for us. Remember, if you want us to look into anything working for you, at cbs8.com is the email. I'm Neda Iranpour. Have a wonderful day.